Warmachine board, battle report. Cygnar versus Retribution.
Hello.
Hello, there we are again.
So we just played another game.
Okay.
So we just played 2 different lists the last time.
Right.
The list I took, which I'll put on the screen now, is Stryker 2 list. It's got 2 Stormclads, both of which are marshalled to Stormblade captains, which is actually the idea of the whole list, because at the moment the way things work is that because Stormclads can get focus from being near Storm Knights, and can also get focus from Strange Ways, and they can get an extra attack from the Jack Marshall ability, which means combined with a +2 to damage, which means they can attack at armor, that power 21. One of them in the list will be able to attack 4 times, and the other will be able to attack 3 times. So those 2 Stormclads are the key to the list, and it's an armor cracking list. Obviously, I've also got in Stryker's battle group, I've got Rowdy and Thorn for more armor cracking, and also Thorn for rebuke, which is very useful. Got Strange Ways, as I said. It's got Squire for an extra focus, and the rest of the list is just a full unit of Sword Knights with the command attachment. So it's very low model count list. And let's have a look at your list.
I've got a little bit more models, but also for my style of list, also only a few models. So I've got from the left to right, I've got only 6 Dawnguard Sentinels with command attachment, and 6 Houseguard Halberdiers with command attachment, and the Thane, and they're there to to be the meat shield for my army. And then I've got a battle group consisting of Vyros and the Colossal, the Hyperion, and 1 Phoenix and 1 Manticore, and he's backed up by 2 Arcanist Mechanics, obviously there to repair and to boost the guys. And I was going to hope that my 3 Warjacks, especially the Colossal, can deal a lot of damage, while the little guys, the infantry, screens them. So
the thing here is that Vyros has got a +2 speed spell.
Right, exactly, yeah, for everyone within his battle group.
Yeah, which means that you can get a Colossal and 2 heavies, 14 and 16 inches up the table, respectively, which is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Especially because you've got the Thane with the Halberdiers, and they get a little movement bonus as well. So it's a very, very fast armor cracking list.
Right.
So we both got a similar style list that work in different ways, but it was quite an interesting game. It was really long.
I think we played for
let's see, 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
We need to start playing to a time limit, but once we get used to Mark 3. So you won the roll-off and decided to go first.
Yeah, so I had to take the side with 2 buildings, and this is how I deployed. To the left I put the Houseguard Halberdiers. On the left side, which you can't see on this picture, is my zone, and on the right side is Steve's zone, where I wanted to get with my jacks. So that's basically what I did there.
Okay, I think the next picture is just the whole battlefield. So you can see my deployment there. So what I decided to do was split my force up. So because the 2 Stormclads are attached to the Stormblade captains, that means that they can operate without being anywhere near Stryker. Don't have to be in his control range, which turned out to be quite a big mistake, unfortunately. For 2 reasons. One was that they don't benefit. No one else apart from the little group on the left would benefit from Stryker's feat, which I didn't think about. And also, he can't really cast any nice buffs, which would have been very handy. So on the left is Stryker and his battle group. That's it. And then on the right is everyone else. So what I saw was the way Bent set up his army is that the Hyperion is on the right. So what I wanted is the Stormclads, the armor cracking, to try and take that on, and to try and defend my zone. and the halberdiers on the right, I felt confident that Stryker, Rowdy and Thorn would be able to deal with them, so they're on the left. Okay, so you took the first turn and crazy first move.
Yeah, there you can see how fast my guys got. Like we just said, the 2 regular jacks got 16 inches of movement because...
so they're both 2 inches from the enemy zone, from my zone, which is amazing.
Yeah, my halberdiers are in my zone already, next to the objective.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest attacked happily along. The only ones who were a bit slow are the sentinels, but I think that's okay. The first mistake I might have made was that I placed Vyros behind them all. So because I had to activate him first to cast the spell, he had to stay behind and was not able to move at all this time. So that was a bit stupid.
And but also your Phoenix moved so quickly that he actually went out with Vyros' control range for the next turn.
Yeah, I didn't measure that.
So you didn't benefit from power up.
Right.
But it turns out that because you got 2 Arcanists, you can give them focus anyway. So you're almost up to the halfway line.
Yeah.
And if I move anything forward, then I'm going to be in your charge range.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to deal with. So I had 2 tricks that I used to deal with that. First of all, going to the next slide, so I moved up Stryker in his battle group and then used Thorn to cast Rebuke on the halberdiers, which actually, because everyone's behind a hedge anyway, it doesn't make too much difference, but it just stops the halberdiers from being able to charge, and they can do some nasty melee attacks, so that helps on that side. And then on the right hand side, because I knew I couldn't actually attack you with the Stormclads this turn, so I just screened them with the Sword Knights.
Yeah.
So I paired them up so that it'd be harder to hit in melee, which did actually help a bit, I think. And the Stormblade Captains are hanging back a bit, and Strangeways is hanging back a bit. So at the moment, those Stormclads are hoping that you would attack, and then they'd be able to counter-charge.
One thing to the objectives. I chose the new objectives. I think are way better than the old ones, or way more game deciding. If you're not game deciding,
in this case, they were very good.
Yeah, because I chose the Arcane Wonder, and the new Arcane Wonders. The new Arcane Wonder it decreases the range of enemy spells for models within 4 inches by 2 inches. So the first spell Stryker cast went. He missed.
So my original plan was to move up Thorn, cast a spell on your guys, and then cast Rebuke, and then move Thorn out of your walking distance, so you can attack him on the next turn. But because of that range problem, what I had to do was I had to shoot my spell, then use the movement to move Thorn towards you, and then put him in in Rebuke range. So always read your opponent's objective rules. Super important. So you managed to get some charges off on the next turn.
Yeah, let's see, what did I do? Yeah, I couldn't do too much because you placed your models very effectively. So I started with the, I don't know which one with whom I started. What I did was I charged with the Hyperion and with the Manticore. I charged a couple of your Sword Knights and killed about 3 or so. And I placed the Phoenix to the right, and I wanted to cast a nice spell, I forgot the name, but the one where you have to forfeit your movement or your combat action. And it was in range to one of your Stormclads.
The far right one.
But Vyros, you can see him standing next to the house, was too far away from the Phoenix, like we said last time. My Halberdiers on the other side just walked up to your Warjacks and attacked them with the mini feet. Was okay, but
they did some damage, but not being able to charge really took a lot of the power out. But if they had been able to charge, they would have moved a lot further. And I think they could have taken down probably Thorn and maybe Rowdy, but not both probably.
No, that's right.
But your Hyperion did a sweep attack, which was a power attack.
Yeah, that was really good.
And that was quite nice to remove. I think removed a couple of models in the end.
And also by chance hit the objective.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it took 6 boxes off.
I believe so.
And you moved your Sentinels up, and they're in the middle, so they haven't decided what to do with those yet. The point of those in the list is that they would help out after the main attack happened. Hopefully, what happened was putting the Sword Knights up the front stopped you from just winning straight away. So That was
so
good.
there was not too much to do in the second turn.
Yeah. And so looking at the next slide is my second turn. Nope, that's it. Yeah, that's my second turn there. So the far right Stormclad charged the Phoenix and took it down.
Yeah.
That was a crazy amount of damage. I think he did 11 boxes more than he needed to in the end or something. Unfortunately, because I had to move the Sword Knights out of the way to make way for the Stormclads, the Sword Knights had to do their attacks before the Stormclads came along, and because they got flank, they prefer the Jack to already be there before they do their attacks. But I had to move them out of the way, so that's just the way it is. And then the second Stormclad took out half of the Hyperion.
Yeah.
Took out the left arm. I rolled pretty badly. I don't like to blame the dice, but this time it was pretty dismal. And then, as you can see on the left-hand side, Stryker, Rowdy, and Thorn all really took down all except for 1 or 2 halberdiers. Didn't quite have enough movement to move Stryker into the zone and score, which is a shame. I probably should have put more effort into doing that, because that would have ended the game a lot quicker. So threatening to score on that side, and the zone on the right is very contested still, but you're minus a heavy and half of the Hyperion. So looking at your next one, this is it.
What did I do? Let's see. Alright, I cleared out a bit of your guys. I killed one of your Stormclads with my Colossal, which wasn't too difficult to achieve. And also with the help of the Manticore, I killed nearly all of your Sword Knights.
You threw one of the Sword Knights at the
that was
Captain. Missed him, unfortunately.
But it was a nice idea.
It was a good idea because it's difficult to describe, but in that specific case, you were able to use 2 focus to threaten 3 models. Whereas if you just done normal attacks, then you would have had to. Well, it would have been killing slightly less efficient. So there was quite a few cases, I guess, that throws are the right thing to do.
My Sentinels moved on to the zone to keep you from scoring.
So at this point, it's pretty essential for you to contest that zone to stop me getting 3 points on my turn. So you pretty much had to move the Sentinels across there. So at this point, my number of models on the board is very low. But I think it's the same for you as well. And so looking at my next turn, so you can see that Thorn and Rowdy and Stryker did a good job of taking out some of the Sentinels. They were up at armor 20. So that was a little bit more difficult, but because it was Warjacks that were attacking them, high armor doesn't help.
I was hoping they'd survive that, but as soon as you started to attack, I dismissed that.
And then on the right, the Stormclad attacked the Hyperion and took it down to, I think it was 4 or 5 boxes. So again, pretty dismal rolling. And what I forgot to say on the last turn is that I popped my feet, and it was at that point that I realised that half the army wouldn't benefit from that. And what was also a very stupid mistake that could have ended the game a lot quicker is that I had 2 Sword Knights who charged the Hyperion on this turn as well. And because they charged but also have flank, because the Stormclad was there, they should have got an extra dice. And the Hyperion both of them should have had extra dice, probably would have done about 7 damage, and the Hyperion only had 4 or 5 boxes left.
So it should be dead.
If I'd remembered my rules, that would have finished off the Hyperion. But instead we made do with the Electro Leaps, which finished off both of the Arcanists, which was quite satisfying.
Because the Arcanists in the turn before repaired his arm.
They brought back his left arm on.
Gone, and they brought it back.
I think those Arcanists, if you've got a lot of Jacks, they're excellent to have, because of the either repairing or giving a focus is fantastic.
And for only 2 points.
They're good. Then Stormblade did 1 damage to the Hyperion. Stormblade Captain did 1 damage to the Hyperion by shooting it. But apart from that, there's not an awful lot to say. So on the left, I've still got to kill Sentinels to score points.
I think 3
on the right, I'm pretty much losing on the right. So moving on.
I moved my Chimera, my Manticore, to the left. and try to shoot Stryker. And I think I don't know, did 2 or 3 damage or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and my Sentinels tried to do some damage to your Warjacks, which was okay, but didn't do too much. Actually.
Yeah, I think Rowdy was down to about half boxes by then.
But didn't affect too much. In the meantime, the Hyperion
took out that Stormclad.
Alright, that's what it did, yeah,
That's
because I was
thing.
thinking about charging with Vyros or not.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did in the end is I put Vyros right in the middle of the battlefield. You can see his shadow behind the Colossal, and that's where he's standing now. Because I wanted to get rid of all of your guys there to get 2 points from Vyros being in the zone.
I think you rolled pretty unlucky with your attacks from the Hyperion, so you weren't able to get rid of all my models from the right hand side.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Thinking about it now, that might have been a good chance to do a Starburst shot, because Colossals can still...
I think it was already broken by that time.
Ah, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking much more threatening on my on your zone. Sorry, on the left.
Yeah.
There's not much stopping me from scoring there, and then my models are still annoying you on the right.
Yeah.
Moving on to my turn, I managed to clear everything out of the zone and also destroy the objective.
Right.
And so that's 3 points all in.
Yeah.
And there's not much else to tell really. I just moved everything up on the right hand side. I just moved everything up to get into base contact with the Hyperion, to be annoying more than anything. Because when they're in base contact, those Sword Knights are up at defense 15 in the lead, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So at this point, because I had already scored 3 points, you had to do quite a lot on your turn to stop me scoring another 2 points on my turn.
And this is what I did.
Yeah. So
I tried to run over to your to the left zone with my Hyperion.
Yep.
To get it in there, but sadly your back strikes killed it.
3 strikes.
3 strikes. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what I did is I charged the remaining 4 dudes with Vyros and killed them all.
Yeah, that was quite good.
Yeah,
so
really
you managed to score another 2 points on that side.
So we
that Stormblade Captain isn't quite in the zone.
Yeah.
And then your Manticore attacked Rowdy on the left.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And what I found more important is that I put my last surviving Sentinel right to the left.
The most annoying possible spot.
So that he contested the zone.
So at this point, I have to finish off that Manticore.
Yeah.
I have to kill that Standard Bearer, and then I've won. And
contest my zone, the zone with
as
well.
Prevent you from scoring as well. So move that Stormblade Captain up there to stop you getting another 2 points on my turn. Otherwise, it would have been a draw.
Yeah.
And then managed to finish off the Manticore with Rowdy and Thorn. Oh, and Thorn killed off the Halberdier Standard Bearer, and that was it. So I just managed to get 5 points, and just managed to prevent you from getting 5 points.
It was a very interesting game, even though it was so long.
Yeah,
I think our mistakes we can blame the weather.
Yeah, it's so hot. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so we got another game. We got hopefully Cygnar Crix coming up still this week. So looking forward to that.
Yeah,
it'll be quite a different game than what we've seen so far.
Yeah,
and this was a very interesting game.
Crushing you,
it's the first time both of us have used these lists.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with the list. I might change it a little bit. What did you think of the list?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm still not used to having that little infantry, but I think it was okay. I just need to remember to stick to my Warjacks with my Warcaster and maybe putting him in the front line in the first turn.
They're quite evenly matched lists, and I think that they would have the same weaknesses. So against an infantry spam list, then you would have trouble controlling the board. Yeah. But I predict there'll be more armour spam in Mark III, so I'm looking forward to developing my list and trying to fine tune it to make it a lot stronger. Yes, cool. That's it.
Looking forward to the next game then.
Yeah.